Good morning students. Welcome to session 1 on chapter 4, that is theory of plane curves. This is the last chapter in this course of BSc third semester. First let us study about the polar coordinates. As you have seen, Cartesian coordinates are in xy coordinates, that is here x-axis and y-axis, but here in polar coordinates let us take this one as here, let P be any point in the plane and O is some reference point and this OL is the initial line and OP is denoted by here R, that is the radius, and it's called radius of a vector P, and theta is the angle made by the line OP and with P. So this the ordered pair of real numbers R and theta. This is the ordered pair of R and theta is denoted by in bracket R theta represents the position of a point P in the plane and is called the polar coordinates of a point P and is denoted by P of R theta or P is equals to R theta. This is polar coordinates. So in Cartesian coordinate we know here the points are denoted by like this here. Suppose we have here the point x comma y, that is P be a point in polar coordinate, this Cartesian coordinate. We know here if this x-axis, this distance is here, suppose this distance is 5 centimeter and this one is 2 centimeter, so then it is 5 comma x-axis and y-axis, so it is a Cartesian coordinate. If we use this R and theta, then it is called a polar coordinate. So here R is non-negative because here this is always positive and theta is positive. We know here theta is measured in this direction, so that is here it is in anti-clockwise direction, and if it is negative then we have to that means we are counting the angle in anti-clockwise direction, clockwise direction. That is, if theta is positive when measured in anti-clockwise direction and negative in clockwise direction. And we know theta lies between here. Theta is in between 0 and 2 pi. It is 360 degree. It is 2 pi means 360 degree. One rotation, full rotation. Now next is a relation between Cartesian and polar coordinates. We know Cartesian coordinates. In Cartesian coordinates, I told you here Cartesian coordinate is like this here, P of x comma y. Here this is x coordinate and this one is the y coordinate. Let us take here this figure. Let P of xy be any point. So this is in Cartesian coordinate, xy is in Cartesian coordinate, and let us draw this perpendicular PM to the x-axis, and this distance is x, this is O, let us take this one as O, here OM is x and PM is y. So see here, let us choose a Cartesian polar coordinate system in such a way that the pole coincides with the origin and all these things. Let P be a given point whose coordinates are xy in Cartesian coordinate and r comma theta in polar coordinates. So in these two coordinates we use these two notations. So and from this figure we can say here, so from this figure we can say that here sin theta is what here? Sin theta is opposite by hypotenuse, that is y by r, and cos theta is base by hypotenuse x by r. So using this we can find the relation between Cartesian and polar coordinates. Then this draw PM perpendicular to positive x and all those things we have seen here. And from this right angle triangle OPM, I told you here, I told you this one, from this figure I told you here this is O and this one is the point P and this one is the point M, and we know this is theta and this one is R, this is x and this is y. So from this triangle OPM, it is a right angle triangle. We know in right angle triangle here we can define sin and cos theta. So from this right angle triangle we have cos theta is base by hypotenuse x by r, and sin theta is opposite by hypotenuse, that is y by r. So from this we can say here cos theta is x by r, and this implies x is equals to r cos theta, and sin theta is y by r, and this implies y is equals to r sin theta. Now squaring and adding these two, we will get here x square plus y square is equals to r square cos square theta plus r square sin square theta. Let us take r square common. We have cos square plus sin square theta, it is equals to 1. So from this what we can say here, x square plus y square is equals to r square. This is the relation between Cartesian and polar coordinates. That is r is equals to under root of x square plus y square. And if you divide equation 2 and 1, that is 2 by 1 gives LHS is y by x and RHS is r sin theta divided by r cos theta. R get cancelled here, y by x is equals to tan theta, or it implies theta is equals to tan inverse y by x. This is equation 4. Now these equations 1, 2, 3 and 4 are called here. This represents relation between Cartesian and polar coordinates. This is all you studied in previous classes also. In this is while finding this x and while finding this what we can say, complex numbers. In complex numbers you studied this one, relation between Cartesian polar coordinates, that is modulus and amplitude. There you studied, no? This is also similar kind here, that is x square plus y square equals to r square, and theta is equals to tan inverse y by x. And these equations 1, 2, 3 and 4 are the relation between Cartesian and polar coordinates. Next one is polar curves. That is, here polar curve means the relation between, suppose here r is a function of theta, or that is r is equals to f of theta, or f is a function of r and theta is equal to some constant, is called a polar curve. And you know Cartesian curve means y is equals to f of x is Cartesian curve, and polar curve is r equals to f of theta, or f of r theta is equals to c. This is a polar curve. This is called a polar curve. Next, let us take angle between radius vector and tangent. This one is important. This relation is important, and examples are on this relation. Many examples are there. Let us take this figure. This is y-axis and this one is x-axis. Let us take a point P here. That is, this is a polar curve. R is equals to f of theta, and this is the Cartesian curve here. So this is the Cartesian curve. This is a straight line. Y is equals to f of x. This is a point f of r comma theta, and this is a Cartesian form. It is p of x comma y, and we know this is the angle theta, and draw a tangent to this curve at this point here. This PT is a tangent to this curve, and angle between the tangent to and this point OP is phi, and this one is xi. We can take here this angle as xi. This is what here, this is the curve r is equals to f of theta, and this is the curve here y is equals to f of x, and these are the points x comma y. Let us write about some figure here. Let r equals to f of theta be the given curve, and let p of r theta be any point on this curve. So that here we know here OP is equals to r. This distance is r here. OP is r, and this angle XOP is theta. This one angle, this XOP is theta. And let PT, I told you this PT is a tangent to the curve at the point P, and let us, this xi is the angle made by the tangent with the direction of x-axis. And if the angle between OP and PT at P is phi, this angle between OP and PT at the point P is phi. From this figure we can say here, this xi is equals to theta plus phi. This xi is equals to theta plus phi. We know here, so we can observe this one here. So this phi is equals to theta plus xi. You know this. So this is the remaining angle is how much here? Total angle is how much here? This total angle is 180, because this is the this whole angle is 180. This is straight line, no? This is 180, means if this is how much, this angle is how much here? This angle is xi, and remaining angle is how much here? This remaining angle should be 180 minus xi, isn't it? This remaining angle should be 180 minus xi. And we know this is a triangle. In a triangle, sum of the angles of a triangle is again 180. That is theta plus this phi plus 180 minus xi is equals to 180. We know this. Sum of the angles of a triangle is again 180. And here we want only theta plus xi, no? And take these two terms in this side. This implies here theta plus xi is equals to 180 minus 180 plus xi. Plus 180 minus 180 get cancelled. So what we got here? Theta plus phi is equals to xi. So from this figure we can say that here phi is equals to theta plus, xi is equals to theta plus phi. I hope you got this. How we got this angle here? We got this angle of xi here. Xi in terms of theta and phi. So xi is equals to theta plus phi. Now let us taking a tan on both sides. Tan psi is equal to tan phi plus theta. It is like tan A plus B. We know tan A plus B is tan A plus tan B divided by 1 minus tan A into tan B. That is tan phi plus tan theta divided by 1 minus tan phi into tan theta. Take this one as equation number 1. Now come to the Cartesian coordinate. If, because they are the same point, denotes in Cartesian coordinate as x comma y. That is, if x comma y denote the Cartesian coordinate of a point, then we know the relation between Cartesian and polar coordinate, that is x equals to r cos theta and y equals to r sin theta. Take this one as second equation. Now here, since y equals to f of x, for this curve, the slope of the tangent, you know slope of the tangent is tan theta, or here slope of the tangent, here angle is xi, no, it is, because the angle made by this is psi, this angle made by the tangent is psi, no? It is, you have to take here tan psi. Tan psi is equals to, angle made by this is tan psi is equals to, we know, dy by dx. We know the slope of the tangent is tan theta, it is equals to dy by dx. And this dy by dx is denoted by here, y is in terms of theta and x is also in terms of theta, because here y is r sin theta and x is r cos theta. Dy can be denoted by dy by d theta and dx is denoted by dx by d theta. So tan psi is equals to d by d theta of y, substitute y, r sin theta, and it is r cos theta. Since we know here r is what? R is under root of x square plus y square, it is again function of theta. Let us differentiate this here. Tan psi is equals to, product rule you have to apply, r as it is, the root of sin theta is cos theta, plus sin theta as it is, the root of r is r dash, that is r dash is dy by dr by d theta. Similarly, this r as it is, the root of cos theta is minus sin theta, plus cos theta as it is, root of r is r dash. Now, to make this one as same as equation number 1, we have to divide this one as here, dividing this both numerator and denominator by this r dash cos, this one r dash cos theta. Then we get here, let us divide each term by r dash cos theta. Tan psi is equals to r cos theta plus r dash sin theta divided by r dash cos theta. Denominator also have to divide here by r dash cos theta. So here r and r dash as it is, cos get cancelled. Next is r dash by r dash get cancelled. It is simply sin theta by cos theta is tan theta. And in denominator, r by r dash, sin theta by cos theta is tan theta, so it is minus, and both are same here, they get cancelled, it is equals to 1. That is here tan psi equals to what we got? R by r dash plus tan theta divided by 1 minus r by r dash into tan theta. Take this one as equation number 3. Let us comparing equation 1 and 3. Both LHS of equation 1 and 3 are same. You know equation 1. Equation 1 is what here? Equation 1 is tan psi is equals to tan phi plus tan theta divided by 1 minus tan phi into tan theta. Now comparing these two, so here tan phi plus tan theta as it is, in place of tan phi, what we have here, r by r dash in denominator also. So from this we can say that here tan phi is equals to r by r dash. That is tan phi is equals to r by r dash is dr by d theta we can take. That is tan phi equals to, if you take reciprocal, it becomes r into d theta by dr. Take this one as equation number 4. And if you take reciprocal, it becomes 1 by tan theta equals to, take reciprocal of this one, 1 by r into, reciprocal of this one is 1 divided by dr, d theta by dr, that is dr by d theta. And this 1 by tan phi is cot phi is equals to 1 by r into dr by d theta. Because here in the examples, they'll give the relation in terms of r, so that therefore we have inverted this one. So we got here cot phi is equals to 1 by r into dr by d theta. So these two relations we used while for finding this radius of angle between these equations 4 and 5 gives the angle between radius vector and tangent at any point p of r theta. The given curve r is equals to f of theta or f of r theta is equals to c. We use both the relation because in most of the example they give the relation in terms of r, no? So therefore in most of the examples we use cot phi because it becomes easy to find dr by d theta. So these two equations, that is, you remember these two equations, equation 4 and 5. These two represents the angle between the radius vector and tangent to the curve at any point for the polar coordinate. This is all about the today's session. Thank you very much for listening this. Thank you.